It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for Siamese Mahjong for National Mahjong League random pulls. If you like to play Siamese style, or if you're interested in that style, then stick around. I've got my Siamese Mahjong rack, and you really don't have to have this rack. You can use regular racks. Just use two of them, one in front of the other. I do like the racks though, and there's a link for these below the video. So you're going to grab 28 random tiles for this random pull. And the easy way to do that, instead of having to count, is just get your tiles. And if you pull 4 from each side and you have 6 in the middle, then you have enough tiles. Okay? And then just double it. It'll save you a little bit of time. And then you're gonna get them on your rack. There's our 28. And the starting lineup that I like to do is jokers. And then, by the way, you can mix this up so your opponent doesn't get used to how you arrange your tiles. But for the sake of these random pulls, this is how I do it. Jokers, winds and dragons on the top. Don't lose a tile like that. That happened to me one time in a game, and I found myself short. I had to snag that tile right off that table to make myself right again. Right away, of course. So, and then you're going to pick 2 suits for the bottom and 1 suit for the top. It really doesn't matter which one. Wow, we don't have very many BAMs. So here's our starting lineup. And I always like to build around my multiples. So I have white dragons, 7 cracks, 8 BAMs, 2 dots. So for one option, I'm thinking of a 2017 hand. If we do, let's put these down here. 17, 2017, that would use those multiples. And then for the other multiple, this will be the strength of the hand here. We could do, I'm thinking 7, 8, 9 consecutive. And whenever you're in mixed suits with consecutive, it doesn't matter what they are, just that it's a range of 4 numbers around your multiple. That's what's important. And then what we're left with is we have 10 tiles. I think we can look at maybe a different option, because 10 discards, my goal is to have 8. So I'm wondering if there's something better that can be done here. Now, we could do 2017 and use these 7s down here. So we can still do a 2017 and play 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 maybe. Look at that here. We're left with 12 discards, and that's very specific. But to give ourselves options, we could do 7, 8, 9 with 8s in the middle. Let's see here. Another option might be let's see if we put the 7 down here for all the 7, 8, 9 options. Wow, we could even do that pair hand. Look at this. Pair hand, 7 8s. But I think keep the 7, 8, 9 for options. And then here we could do 1, 2, 3, the consecutive hand with the white dragon. We wouldn't need the 4 dot though, but that gets us down to 9 discards, because we can do either 2, 3 white or 1, 2, and then of course we can use that up, the flower up here to help with that. So if we did 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, we wouldn't need the flower. If we do 7, 8, 9 with 8s in the middle, we wouldn't need the flower. And this way we're down to 9 discards. 9 discards. And I would probably save the 1, 2. Let's see, what if we did 1, 2, 1, 2, 3? We don't have a 3 band, but we do have jokers. This could be joker bait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But then, wow, look at this, gives us, we're back to 11 discards. So I think that using these white dragons with a consecutive is going to be better, because now we only have 9 discards. Okay, I think we've taken that to its fullest. Let me just see one thing. What about if we did, no, news with 8s? Let's see here. We have 10 tiles. If we did news with 8s, we'd have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 less. So I think what I would do is I would save news and whittle through these discards, because if we did news with 8s, we might even be able to switch these 7s back here for a 2017 option. That's what I would do for this. So we're between 3 different hands here. 3 hands and 2 categories. Year category for this one, and then consecutive for this one. And that consecutive could even be pairs. The news with 8s. So yeah, we'll see. All right, let's do it again. Okay, 4 from each side, 6 in the middle. That's how many you're going to have, and then double it. And that way you don't have to count. Save some time. Time is precious. And if the tiles are really tight and straight, you can pinch them, grab them with your palms, pinch and lift, and get them all up, all at the same time. Oops. See, if they're not in a nice tight straight, they have to be really straight together or it'll fall apart. So if they're all in a straight line, just pinch and lift, and then use your palms to pinch and lift. That's how that works. Okay, starting lineup. We do have a flower. Here's our winds. We got a pung of east. Flower, dragons there. This is going to be an interesting one here. I would love to open up with a Mahjong right away. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, I'm going to put the cracks down on the bottom because there's just no room here. There. Okay, now multiples. We have a pung of east, so we're going to use those east no matter what. We also have a pair of whites. Then we have a 1, 3, 5. We've got pairs here of 1s and 5s. Then here we have a 1, 5, 9. And then over here we have just 1, 2, 3, 4. So to set ourselves up with the best possible situation, I'm thinking a quint for one thing up here. A quint, or we could do east and west with dragons. So east and west with dragons or a quint. And there we go. Let's see here. As far as another plan, we could do if we did a quint, we would have, either way, we're going to have to give up multiples because we have a 1, 5 and a 1, 5. There's nothing that uses all those 1s and 5s. We could do 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and use this joker in here for the 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Look at all these discards though. We have 12 discards. No, we have 14 discards. That's horrible. There's definitely something better to do here. Absolutely. Okay, what if we did a the 1, 3, 5 on the last one under consecutive run, not consecutive, but odds. 1, 3, 5, 5, 7, 9. All we're missing is a 7 bam, and then of course we'd have to fill in. And then here for the quint, we could use either the 1s or 9s. The dragon would go away. So then that makes 10 discards. So leveraging whichever multiple we draw into for the quint, and then we need a 7 bam here. So I just wonder if there's a better situation. We're kind of in between 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Either way, we're in the odds category here, and we could still leverage the east and the white dragons for a potential quint. So in this situation, let's see here. I'm thinking that's going to be the best thing. We're between 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, the 1 suit first hand option or the last hand option. So yeah, I think that's what I would do here. 10 discards in this situation because of the quint setup there. I don't think there's anything better to do that uses all the multiples. And either way, we're probably going to have to give up at least one multiple. Okay, let's try one more time. That was kind of not, that was a rough one. 10 discards. I think 8 discards is good. Perfect. Okay, there's our 28. We're going to have some fun on this one. We've got 3 jokers. Got a couple of flowers. Let's see, only 1 wind and 1 dragon. Those are probably going to be discards. So, oops, see, I keep losing tiles. Oh my gosh. Wow, we have a lot of dots. Goodness sake. I'm going to put those on top. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see here. So we've got 2 flowers, a pung of 6s, and a pair of 8s. Then we have a pair of 7s. Oops. And a pair of 5s. 5, 7. Alrighty. Let's see here. So, we could do a 2, 4, 6, 8 with the flowers here. All we're missing is a 2 dot. I think that 2, 4, 6, 8 uses 4 flowers. So we're missing a 2 dot there. And we are left with, I see 5, 7, 9. Or we could even do the 1, 3, 5. No, I'm seeing 5, 7, 9. So I'd say get rid of, we're going to save all the big odds. Save the big odds. Don't need the 6. Don't need the 1. So 5, 7, 9. And you just want to save every 5, 7, 9. Don't even worry how it fits in yet. Anytime you have discards, you're just harvesting. You're harvesting tiles. So 5, 7, 9. As an option, we can keep the 1s because we might be able to do a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in 2 suits. So there we're left, if we do a odds with 1 through 9, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then we're left with 6 discards. And we could maybe do, let's see here. There is the 1, 9 with 3, 5, 7 in the middle. Or we could do 5, 7, 9. So we'll see what happens with that one. Okay. I think we did 3. That's it. If you haven't played Siamese style, give this a try and see how it feels. And then if you enjoy it, that challenge, then do it with somebody else and actually play Siamese style. It is quite challenging, actually. You might think that having 28 tiles in your hand, you could probably make 2 mahjongs right away, but it's very rare that you can do that. It really is quite challenging, and I've even had wall games where nobody wins. So when thinking about all those 28 tiles and thinking to yourself, man, that just seems too easy. It's really not. Give it a try and come back and tell me what you think. Don't judge a book by its cover. Give it a try and then decide. So until the next Siamese Mahjong for National Mahjong League style random pull, may all your picks be keepers.